Hello, folks. I'm back out here again. I'm gonna do some more talking. I see Dr. Fauci, and it's coming up with more and more mass stuff and disease control. And he was given $1 million because he kind of figured out how the virus was working. Well, when you got money invested in the production of that virus, naturally you're going to know what's going on. He had several million invested, so did Obama. American taxpayer dollars had millions invested in that. And now, with the CDC and Fauci, they're calling this kind of a zombie apocalypse almost, because you got to be 6 feet away, you got to wear a mask, you got to do this, you got to do that. And then they cut down all the virus stuff except for the Pfizer. Pfizer, that's a Pelosi family big money maker. You know, Pelosi's daughter and that got big money in Pfizer. You know, and then the Moderna come out, and then Johnson Johnson's finally been approved. And it's ironic that all three of them do the same thing. Not just Pfizer being number one, but Pfizer the first shot, the second shot. Now they're talking a possible third shot of Pfizer to become equally equivalent to Johnson & Johnson and Moderna. Now I wonder what's going on there. How come that one would jump the gun ahead of everybody else? Oh, I forgot, you got Pelosi involved in the middle of that one. Yep, a lot of Democrats got money in Pfizer. Pfizer's a big sponsor of the Democratic Party, you know. So that's why that one hit the scale right off the bat. Very interesting, but what's more interesting, why does CDC say this is similar to a zombie apocalypse according to what Nostradamus said about 2021? You know, and why can't they make up their mind about that virus? And that, you know, it's pretty interesting. You know, no mask, watch this, watch that, and all of a sudden all this stuff comes up, and Fauci's in the middle of it, man. Where's this guy get all this power from? The beady-eyed guy, man, he's in the middle of it. He was in Wuhan, millions he put in it. Yeah, sold into CDC. And there's more viruses popping up from other labs connected to the CDC. What is this? Called CDC control of the world or something? Killing off people right and left, population control? Somebody needs to investigate that CDC, worldwide CDC, and do a good job of it, and so doesn't Fauci and Obama, because if they were funding this virus and they got out, then they're all criminals and should be punished by life in prison for murder. You can't invest money in something, pop out and walk away from with a smile on your face. Fauci's doing that pretty good, I think. Yep. Yes, sirree. And I'm sitting there trying to figure out how come the Democrats were the only ones in the world besides Wuhan, China, that knew that virus escaped in December. So the other countries didn't know until either late February, first part of March. Wonder how the Democrats knew so much. Real interesting, isn't it? Yes, sirree. Just makes you kind of wonder what's going on out there. You know? That's terrible. You know? Everybody get your shots, because that's the only way you're going to get out of this thing. We're going to get this mask stuff taken off and all that, and get the governmental control back to the people. Instead of Fauci and his crew of CDC vigilante murderers of the elderly and the middle class and the poor people. Domination of the rich is what they want. The rich don't do the work. Anyways, get your shots, everybody. Get them, because, and if you get sick from them, sue Pfizer. Sue them. You know, they were released and weren't FDA approved before they were released. Pretty interesting. Democratic Party sponsored. Yes, sir, I'm telling you. You need to get in there and get some control done there, I'm telling you. Definitely. Now, once we get this under control and everybody can get rid of their mask and the world gets back the way it's supposed to be, then we need to prosecute these people. Prosecute them to the end of the extended law, life imprisonment. That will end global domination by the CDC and its affiliates. That's what you got to do. You got to take and do that. You cannot let these people get away with it. And one person dictating on in the U.S. on what you do, where you wear a mask, where you don't wear a mask. One man? One man? He ain't a man, he's a criminal. He was in the middle of this virus. He sponsored part of it. He was titling the character of these sketches. It's a synthetic put together of multiviruses in one. And it was meant to kill the elderly only. It was not meant to kill children. It was not meant to kill babies. It was not meant to kill young people. It was what they call elimination of the elderly.
To do harm.
That's what they wanted to do so they didn't have to pay Social Security and countries didn't have to support their elderly. They got rid of them. And they'll be doing more of that. More research on how to kill the elderly and keep the young alive. That's what they're going to keep doing until they can get people at a certain age, since they can't work or they retire. You're gone, baby, you're gone. You ain't in life no more because we don't need you. But who's going to do the work? Society coming up nowadays? They're too lazy. They don't know how to work. They know how to play video games. Is that what the job's going to be? None but video games? Who's going to make the products? Who's going to produce the food? Who's going to do the hard work? Nobody. All going to be done by computers while people sit around.
Supposedly that's why the whole...
That's why they're coming up with this artificial beef and artificial chicken, artificial pork, synthetic. Just like margarine will end up killing you.
It's crazy.
He obviously had something.
People don't believe that margarine caused half these heart attacks. It caused over half the heart attacks in the world today. Blood clots in your blood system. Well, that's all margarine, man. That's that artificial plastic butter. One molecule from carbon. And they're making everything that way. How far is that synthetic pork and beef from plant-based stuff? How far is that from being carbon, plastic? Needs to be looked into. Yeah, get rid of all this stuff and bring all this synthetic stuff in for people to eat. No wonder why nobody's got any brain cells to work with. You know, that's the problem. And then they produce these viruses to kill off people.
I wish that she had accepted a ride.
Real interesting how these governmental scientists and all that work to save lives. No, they work to get rid of lives in the process of trying to what they call save things. Now, why are they building a virus when they should be studying the land viruses that are natural cause of death and not producing a synthetic cause of death? And the vibrant is being produced by multiple biotech labs mutating the Corona-19 so they can make more money off the people for medication. It's called pharmaceutical-induced viruses. So pharmaceutical plants and that can make billions and trillions of dollars and watch people die in the process and commit murder and legally get away with it. They need to be investigated and shut down.
There are
All of
really
them.
good people
In every country in the
really
world.
want to make a difference. You know, there's plenty of Ivans out there, but there's a
I'm
whole
telling
lot
ya.
of good out there. After the case was resolved and Mr. Kill was found guilty, I feel a lot of relief. It makes me feel that someone
Yes.
else's story was told and the killer
Does.
was brought to justice.
Anyways, everybody have a good day. Get your shots. Make sure you don't die.
I feel
Pray they don't come up with another one, so you got to get another shot and spend more money.
I feel like I did.
And more money! Pharmaceutical murder is what it's called.
I do.
Anyways, be blessed and have a good day.